and welcome. Am I muted? No! Yay! It's me, Brady Rose Smith, Lime the Forbidden Library, which apparently you guys have introduced better than I could. So let me... The Briny Rose Smith, VTuber author and audiobook reader, and celebrity audiobook reader. You guys are so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Apparently some people did pick up my audiobook this week, so thank you to anyone who, you know, listened to my shilling and had a look. Welcome to today's stream, where we're going through a better Wuthering Heights adaptation than the recent movie. Yay! Welcome Nimby, welcome Maxima, welcome Rahel, welcome Exna, welcome Tink, welcome Nolan Size Phantom, welcome Benjamin, welcome. Director of her role's namesake. Yeah. Star of screen and second screen. I will happily be the star of like someone's secondary screen. I think that in itself is a wonderful thing to be. To be the thing that you vibe with in the background, I think is also just as flattering as to be the thing that you focus on. Did you know that Brady Rose... Shut up, you're not supposed to shill for me. But yes, I have written 4 books now. 5. I don't even know how many I've written. It's book 7? Moon 1, Moonrise. Moon 2, Bell Toll. Moon 3, Guillotine. Moon 4, Rift. Moon 5, Camel. Yes, okay, yeah, it was 5. Moon 6 is on the way. It is 5. 6 is written, but needs editing. 7 is being written. That's where my books are. But enough about me. Let's talk about Heathcliff. And our descent into the basement of Wuthering Heights. We are in fact going to the Wuthering Lows, as it were. So prolific she forgets how many books she's written. Enough! We're gonna fight some things now. Bryony Rose has written more novels in the past 10 years than George R. R. I don't know. My first book was nearly 10 years ago now. My first book was 10 years ago. I wrote the first Moon Girl in 2016 because it's based in 2015, and by the time I'd written it all, it was 2016. Ow. That kind of hurt to realize. More novels in the past 10 years than Socrates. Well, yeah, that's a good point. I feel like I'm not close enough. I feel like I need to be more in your face. But I think that's best. I want it to be bigger. I felt a little small. Smaller than usual, I guess. A Dance with Dragons was 15 years ago? Bro. Pain to be a Game of Thrones fan. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh wait, I should check the logs for that Pentacular. I haven't read the logs for. Like the circle game. Crazy that Bryony Smith has started both her writing and VTubing and singing career in the span between Song and Ice and Fire. I mean, the whole of Hollow EN has been around longer, like in that gap of books. Oh my god, look at this guy. This one's a green boy, so this is a gluttony one? It looks like it's bloomed a bit more than before, doesn't it? It looks a bit greener. I remember it looking completely dried out, like it's about to wither away, but not that it's gotten any easier on the eyes, that is. No, it has 3 flower heads and stems reached out like limbs. I think I saw a tail too. It's only gotten more unsettling to look at. Maybe it devoured a human or something. It's got plenty of blood on its sharp and fearsome teeth that it reminds me of a catfish. I feel like this is Ishmael. Actually, never mind that. There's something weird about these things. The monster snatched us up. The monster snatches up using its roots, stems, or whatever it is, like arms, and immediately devoured us like a starving beast. But after it devoured us, it immediately spat us back out like it tasted something awful. I suppose this means that it didn't eat us for nutrients. Not that it could, given that I didn't see any digestive tracts or other organs for that purpose. I'm just gonna keep my eyes out while I'm being eaten to see if I can find any digestive tracts. Yeah, we know how many books Holrien has written. Checkmate. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Shiori has secretly got some books that she's, like, self-published in the past, but it's under a different name, so she can't tell you. Who knows? Can't believe we're getting GTA before Winds of Winter. Are you sure we get GTA? That's true. Maybe the real GTA 6 was the bridey streams you watched along the way. Yep, so many GTAs here. But it kept trying and trying to shove something in its maws. Not because it's hungry, not because it needs the nutrients. Knowing that its stomach, if it even exists, can't be filled. Maybe at the end of the day, this monster doesn't even need to eat. Maybe it's all about the desire to devour, and that's all it's got. Like I was myself not too long ago. Because she's so book smart. Like, she's the archivist for a reason, and a lot of it comes out because she's just, like, very well read and book smart. So Shiori's just the one. And yeah, exactly. Her theme's about writing and stuff, so I assume she has some interest in it. So if anyone has secret books, that's the one I would go for. Shiori is secretly Susan Collins, maybe. Do you still remember the thing she said? Well, I doubt I'll ever forget what the bastard said, but that's all. I might turn around and look at the path I sailed through, but I'm not going back. Hey, I was on the money saying with Ishmael. What about the wheelie boy? Do I have anything for you? The wheel has often been a symbol of technological advancement. It represents humanity's realization of its ability to think up and actualize things that weren't in the nature. At the same time, it marks the beginning of humanity's transformation into prideful creatures. That might be why it takes pride. It takes the form of a wheel. The steel circle doesn't ever seem to stop rotating. It doesn't care if it gashes at flesh or crushes patches of grass, because it can roll while others cannot. That felt like Yisang, maybe, or even Honglu. Maybe Shiori is secretly George R.R. Martin trying to get past Roma's book. We have never seen Shiori and George R.R. Martin in the same room. It's true. Imagine George R.R. Martin being a VTuber career to avoid writing more Game of Thrones. That'd be so funny. This big old bearded man with like a voice changer and a kawaii model taking the world by storm. George R.R. Martin is Saba. That's why his popularity as Saba took its toll. But VTubing to avoid? Right, no. I don't do it to avoid writing. I actually have written a fair bit past few weeks. I have been getting back into the swing a little bit. Wouldn't even be the least weird side quest GRM went on at this point. Yeah, I've heard he gets up to some strange nonsense. I read about the angry ants, so that's fine. Angry ant or angry ant? Angry ant or angry aunt? Angry ain't or angry ant? And Nimi is writing a vampire novel. That's true. Nimi is also... Maybe Nimi didn't have time to do it in her past life, and that's maybe one of the reasons she left. 1, to have a family, and 2, to write her vampire novel. So maybe VTubing is the secret to beating writer's block. Oh my god, everyone become a VTuber, then you can collab with me. We were supposed to have a collab on Sunday. The one I kind of forgot about in the day, and then my VTuber group Staccato reminded me, and then we knew what Teller couldn't come. And then later on in the day, Nyan was like, "Oh, I got a family emergency. I can't." I was like, "Damn it!" And then Cindy was like, "Well, I haven't actually been feeling very well, actually." So we had no Staccato collab this month, which is very sad. I have the faintest idea as to who might be behind this. Someone really doesn't want us reaching the basement. Does this mean Nimi is secretly Brandy Rose Smith writing? This is not the first time I've been compared to her. Writing her vampire... Moon Girl is not a vampire novel! And I would tell you if it had anything to do with vampires, but that's a spoiler! It doesn't. I don't think. Maybe. A little bit. Tiny bit. One character. Maybe. Not until Moon 7. You say that! But that may or may not be when the one vampire turns up. No, this means that Nimi is George R. R. Martin. Ah, yes, that makes sense. So, Game of Thrones is about to take a vampire twist, just so you're all aware. Finding more and more spectacular the closer we get to the entrance. Since we haven't come across any other entrances on our way down, I guess the only place they could be coming from is the basement. What the heck are they keeping in this basement? Some rich families with big mansions usually keep basements for fancy, classy stuff like fermenting good whiskey. They also use them for storing treasures. I may have fond memories of raiding their basements. Probably depends on the family. But if a rich family wants to hide something they're doing, they do it in the basement. Moon Girl 9, 1 Moon 8, Moon Sword. I don't think we're getting a Moon 9. If my plan goes on plotting, Moon 8 should be where it ends. And I can tell you the titles of all of them. And I feel like that's the title. Moon 10, this time the moon's pissed off. That should be the title of Moon 7, actually. Moon Girl 7, this time the moon's pissed off. It's actually very on point. Can you check the diary again, Heath? Maybe something new appeared on the page like it did earlier. Moon Girl 11, the franchise was too lucrative to stop. Moon Girl 12, we're going down the supernatural route. Let's bring some gay in here. Moon 12, the one with all the werewolves. Have I had a werewolf yet? There was one in the background of a scene. I can tell you that. It can't possibly be that easy. It's just a diary, nothing more. You can ask these papers all you want, but... Is there something wrong with the diary, Heathcliff? I felt an odd sensation earlier. I dismissed it. I thought it was just chills. But I just felt it again. This diary, I ain't sure how to put it. point is, I just have the
아무튼
strangest
뭔가
sensation.
이상한 기분이 들었어.
Is Moon Girl is a superhero novel series that I wrote, and it's about a 20-something who's just trying to find a job, and then she applies for a job, and it turns out that job is a supervillain trying to get hostages, but secretly she's a badass, so she badasses her way out of said hostage situation, and the heroes are like, hey, let's give you a job. That's how it starts. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the thing, maybe you guys can help me. Because my biggest problem with talking about my books is I wanna tell you what the meat and potatoes of it is, but I don't even reveal that till book 2, so it's kind of a spoiler. But it's the meat and potatoes that I want to tell everyone about. So the origin of the superhero powers in my universe, I'm gonna tell you it. I'm gonna tell you the secret. Let me get a bit closer. I'm gonna tell you a secret. At some point, just curious, how come you're repeating lines over the voice lines? Because I want to read it to you, and also the voice lines are in Korean, so I don't understand Korean. Anyway, I'll tell you a secret. So the world was cursed about 600 years ago in King Arthur time, and everyone who has superpowers isn't actually human. They're all mythical creatures who have been cursed to be human. That is the meat and potatoes of Moon Girl. So everyone has superpowers who thinks they're human. It's not human. But hello, Drew Cerrone. Hello, Sunploy. Welcome. I am enjoying Canto 6. I really liked the Wuthering Heights book, so this has been very fun. It's always that monarchy's fault. Yes. That was revealed in book 2. And I wanted to do it like that, because then you can, like, be looking at people's powers and guess what they are. Like, oh, that person might be a dragon, that person might be a ghost, that person might be this. It'd be really fun. Same feeling I felt earlier when that glass window suddenly shattered all on its own. Huh? Heathcliff, if I may. I know, it must sound like a gun balmy, but... No, Heathcliff. It appears rather obvious that the ink used to write these entries was not an ordinary ink. There is a small chance that your suspicions may be true, is what I believe. What are you two even talking about? Wait, no, Moon Pope 2, 2 moons. I would like to recommend that you open the diary yourself, Heathcliff. Is it resonating with him? You know, like the way golden sticks resonate with the sinners. Is that what the diaries do? Is the diary her golden stick? Heathcliff opened the diary with a somber expression, and once again the ink stains on the page had transformed into a series of legible alphabets. XXXXX. A date. Once I had a dream. A dream of my own death, or an eternal slumber. I found myself in heaven upon my waking. It was just as I was described. It was just as it was described in the books. I was surrounded by angels who sang a song for me. Maybe that was kind of my first thought when we had a mysterious talking diary. But at that moment, I also understood I belonged elsewhere. I cried and pleaded with the angels to send me back. How did we get to Moon Pope? And the angels were so furious that they cast me out from heaven back into the middle of the violet flowers on top of Wuthering Heights. Only then did I truly awake in this world, sobbing for joy. Now that I reminisce upon that memory, I no longer believe that it was just a mere dream. It was just as real as the ghosts from my youth. that I have seen haunting this very manor.
그래.
Yes.
우리는 천국에 있으면 한없이
If I were
비참할
in
거야.
heaven, we shall be eternally miserable.
그러니 다가오는 죄들을
Thus we
받아들이고
must embrace
밑바닥으로
the encroaching
계속해서 하강하는
sins
수밖에.
and descend into the world beneath. Moon Girl became the Pope in Moon 15 after vacationing in Italy. Oh, thank you for catching me up on that. There was so many moon adaptations. I missed it.
여기서도 언급되고 있어요.
Here it is again.
우리라고.
We.
보통의 일기장에서는 1인칭을 쓰는 게
Most diaries are written in
일반적이죠.
first person.
하시는 거
Do you
없어요,
know anything
히스클리프
about
씨?
this, Heathcliff? No, she's never once
처음
mentioned this dream to me.
억측일 수도 있소만.
Though it may be baseless conjecture,
다가오는 죄들을
but to say
받아들이고
we must embrace the
밑바닥으로
encroaching
계속해서
sins
하강하라
and descend into the world beneath.
내게 마치
Perhaps the diary
이
means to
죄종들을 모두
instruct
물리치고
us to face the
지하실로
spectacular
나아가라는
and
소리처럼
continue to
들려.
descend into the basement.
설마 개소리니?
You're saying that
이
Catherine
모든 걸
planned
준비했다는
all
거니?
this? Which is bonkers.
그리고 이것이 파우스트 양이
Though I
떠올리는 중에
remain
맞을지는
uncertain,
모르겠으나
if this is what Miss Faust had implied earlier, yet if there are ghosts in this game, it's already a better than Wuthering Heights. Every adaptation of Wuthering Heights is better than the recent movie. This is easy. Everything after Moon 12 is fan service. Only treat Moon 1 to 12 as canon. Oh, I wish I could pump out that many books.
히스클리프군. 마치
Heathcliff,
그대가 부르니
it did not appear to
일기장이
you
대답을 한 것만
that the
같지 않소.
diary did it not appear to you that the diary is answering directly to your beckoning?
나만 그렇게 느끼는 거
Hello.
아니지?
Yeah, they probably didn't. From what I've heard, it's definitely loose in many ways. Right, it's not just me who felt that then. Miss Catherine, she...
고인을 두고
I don't want to speak so
이렇게
ill of the
말해도 될지
dead, but
모르겠지만
she seems a bit...
조금
Yeah, but in 10 years everyone would be saying Moon 13 to 16 is super underrated and new cat. Yes, she was quite the character,
섬뜩할 때가
and
있으셨지.
she could be a tad frightening from time to time.
넬리
Nellie,
아까
Linton said
린튼
something about
그놈이
my letters being burned
내가
in the
보낸
incinerator,
편지를
didn't he?
소각정에서 봤다고 했지 내 편지들을 다 가로챈 게
Do you think he's really the
그
prick who
자식이었을까?
nicked all my letters before they reached Kathy?
그래.
Well,
린턴이라면
I wouldn't
충분히
put such behaviour
그럴
beyond Master
만하셨을지도
Linton.
모르겠네.
Yeah, he is in fact a dick. But everyone is in Wuthering Heights, so I mean it's not a high bar.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진
The bar is in
길을
hell for
탐심한
morality in Wuthering Heights.
세월이 지나면
It's a shame that
그제야
all the
알게
fans
되겠지.
divided the
이
timelines.
홍로가
I much
뭘
prefer the
바꿔왔지.
20 other novels in the Great Depression. This is the future I aim for. This is the conversations I would love to be about my writing for realsies. We
내
can dream.
명들은 시비수.
You are
결집이다.
acting. You're role playing my dream. Oh, that looks bad.
거창한 짓거리를
What an
해놓.
ostentatious production.
다들 보이세요?
Is everyone seeing this?
유리관 속에
There are people in those glass
사람들이
tubes,
들어있어요.
their eyes closed. No,
눈을
some of them are
감거나
open. Are they
죽은
dead?
살았거나 죽었거나
Dead
둘
or
다 말이
alive
안
doesn't
돼.
make sense either way.
어떻게 이런
I just don't understand why there's something like this under this banner. The room was filled with rows upon rows of mysterious glass pods, each housing a completely still person inside.
각자 다른
They are
복장을
all
하고
dressed in
있으며
different
나이,
garbs.
성별 또한
I don't
제각각.
see any recognizable age or gender patterns among them.
그리고 T사에서는
Recall that
대대적인
large-scale
실종 사건이
cases
벌어지고
of missing
있다더라.
persons have been sweeping Teacup lately.
그렇다면
Then
저기
There.
당신들이 찾던 황금 가지가
Is that the golden stick you were
저건가요?
searching for? That's not the gold. Well, it is, but it's not just the golden stick. Zombie Kathy, zombie Kathy, zombie Kathy, zombie Kathy, zombie Kathy, zombie Kathy. Can you tell us between the difference between Mop Makes universe, a universe of moon called timeless and a sun timeline? Oh, I wish. Are the big glowy test tubes and huge wires era accurate? No. But I don't care. Well, they could be. It's probably the same, it's about the same time as Frankenstein. Frankenstein normally probably used this kind of nonsense. This is a Fate reference, yeah. How could something so cursed be at the basement of this creepy mansion? At the end of the basement was a woman lying inside a coffin. Kathy! And Heathcliff was the only one who immediately recognized her face. She appeared to be at peace, as though in a pleasant dream.
보이나?
Look, there are
저
machines
관이
attached to
달린
her coffin.
기계장치들이.
아래를 향한 레버.
I see
두
two
개가
levers, both pointed down. Attached to the coffin was a golden stick, shimmering with the golden light we've grown familiar with. Kathy!
기다려.
Kathy! Wait for me! The room, the glass pods, the chaos. None of it seemed to register for Heathcliff. He began sprinting toward the coffin like a madman. Don Quixote, who I was ready to see sprinting alongside Heathcliff, was standing still, aghast.
뭔가 큰
There
오해가
ought to have
있고
been a
싶은데.
misunderstanding. A misunderstanding?
Ti사에서 실종되었다던
What
사람들이
misunderstanding?
명백하게
Those
이곳
people in the
지하실에
pods are
갇혀
clearly
있는데
the same people who were kidnapped
무슨
at
오해가
T-Corp.
있다는 거예요? 보시오.
Lo,
기계 근처에
at
서
those
있는
who
자들만
stand flanking the machines.
저택에서 보았던
We have seen them
자들이라니까.
before in the manor, have we not?
웨우피 협회 나리들.
Fixers of the Waif Association.
나-
Honourable sirs and ladies. Hello, Mr. Fabulous.
본인은
Oft was I told that I am rather ignorant with the goings of the world and my surroundings,
섣부른
so
오해를
I
하고
wish
싶지 않네.
not to so carelessly assume.
그러니
Thus I must implore thee to answer us.
답을
앞에 막고 있는 놈들 당장 비켜.
Don Quixote is being so sensible right now. She's learned so much. She's grown. Look how much our baby girl has grown. All of you, out of my way, now.
이쪽으로는 접근 금지입니다.
This area is off limits.
금지?
Off limits?
지금 내 바로
She's there. I can see Catherine
소련이
right there
보이는데.
before my eyes.
씨에게 향하는
I won't
걸
let you fucks stand between us.
새끼들이 금지시킬 수 있을 것 같냐?
I'm not saying that Moon Timeline A had to reset for Moon Timeline B to meet Sun Timeline 3. But Bravanga's resemble too. Now the werewolves can time travel. I want to love this so much.
벌써 여기까지 올
Sparks
거라고는 예상 못했는데.
Didn't expect you to get here so soon.
아직
Well,
때가 되지
we need to
않았어.
buy some more time.
부산물을 풀어라.
Unleash the dregs. The fixers began fiddling with the lab machines. What is going on? Wuthering Heights is truly cursed place. Even Dawn is being sensible now. Yes! So sensible. It's weird.
중앙본부에서
Have I read this?
지금부터 제압 임무를 시작할 거야.
It resembles a
언제나
rock.
하는 일이지만 항상 꼼꼼하게 하라고.
I am uncertain how an object of its mass is able to move. Its appearance could not be any less adhered to the laws of science. But when I look back, it might have been an inherently scientific object after all. It would levitate in the air, stay still. It rolled, its eyeball lodged in the center, and when it felt like it would ram into some persons. I am not yet sure what motivates it to move. Even so, I wonder if it's necessary to learn its reason at all. It's possible that this pebble is alive. No one would call it an organism, but by the same token, I may not be alive if no one refers to me as such. Perhaps it was simply a matter of laziness. We were lazy to think that it mustn't be what it thought to be. That pebble is probably a lazy living being. And the same could be said of me. Hello, Symphonic! The waves may not have weathered, but the heights sure will. Well, we're in the wuthering lows right now, considering we're in the basement. The wuthering below. I don't get why you guys are so invested in what happened in Midnight. Just enjoy the little books for what they are. Yes, this is Bijou. Pentacular Bijou. That's an angry ant.
뭐야 이 수치는? 아까 어떤 직원이 제압 개체의 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야. 잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
Wow. Kill the bubbles! Hit him with a 1, 2, 3, bee-boo, bee-boo, bee-boo. Yeah. No, I have no idea what's going on down here. So, I know that the OIF Association is like... They're slowing us down because it hasn't been 7 lightning strikes yet, I assume. Because Kathy said we could have her golden stick after the lightning strikes. But this is feeling very Frankenstein. Kathy doesn't want to die. Kathy doesn't want to go to heaven. Kathy wants to be down here with Heathcliff, I assume. So is this a plan to resurrect herself? She our bride? I don't know. Just spitballing while the pea does the peeing. While the pea enter pees all over the enemy. That's gross. Why would I say that? Pea enter. It's not my fault that the clashes look like yellow streams. Bride of Frankenstein? Well, I'm thinking she's being rezzed in a very Frankenstein-y-esque way. I can see why we've had cases of this in Limbus of characters being more than one character. For example, Demian is both Demian and the Little Prince. So as much as Kathy is Kathy, Kathy could be Kathy and another character. Therefore, Kathy could be Frankenstein as well. Or at least the monster, question mark, because obviously Frankenstein was the scientist, not the monster. And the monster never got a name, and we fan-named him Adam. So, Kathy, Eve, I don't know. Spitballing again. Spitballing's fun. Kathy is literally Wuthering Heights. I mean, yeah, I guess. She if that's what all this editing that she did, is she now literally the mansion? I don't know what that means yet. I do not. But we'll find out. At least we found her. I'm glad she's not dead. Or at least maybe she is dead, but she's trying to res herself. You know, I don't know. She ought to hit res. Hit that res button. She wants to be res. Maybe she wants to be a sinner. I remember ages ago, I saw a really cool fan art that was like a little AU with Kathy and Heathcliff being swapped, so Kathy was the sinner. That was fun. Hello, Bread Gaming. Hi, would you be interested in support IDs? I have lots of support IDs, Bread Gaming King. I'm okay, thank you. And I have my ninjas and my capo. What more do I need? I do need to level them properly. I probably should throw in a high-level support ID. I appreciate your offer, though. Thank you.
너희들도 고생 많았어.
Tip-tip-tip-tip.
너도.
Look at her.
언젠가
Oh,
우리도
Serene
모든 게
sarcophagus
끝날 때가 오면
angel.
좋겠네. 그때가
Walpy is next week. I am excited for Walpy. I need to grind so that I have more for Walpy. I don't have enough for Walpy. I have a nearly big extract, but it's not enough. Need more for wild. I need Pew Pew. I want to make a good Pew Pew team. And there's Pew Pew IDs coming out. I like Pew Pew. Limbus Company AU, everything is exactly the same, but they're all in tiny hats. Wonderful.
내 명을 들은
Especially Pablo. Pablo has the fabulousest hat, the best hat. This is
사람들이 갇혀 있는
They're
실험관에서
crawling out the pods. The pods that people were trapped in. No, this shouldn't be happening. Why the pentacular? Miss Faust,
말씀하세요.
speak.
우리 중 가장 유능한
I am certain that you,
모든
with your
걸
gift of
꿰뚫고 있는
omniscience
아마
and
충분히 알
brilliance,
것이라 생각하오.
already hold the knowledge the rest are not privy to.
하지만
Yet you
알
have
수
deemed
있더라도
that there must
말할
be
수 없는
some
것들도
things better
많으니
left unuttered.
구태여 먼저 말하지
Thus you have not
않았겠지.
shared with us all that you know. I have heard that I should be grabbing a wild hunt, Heathcliff. I do not have one myself.
그러니 내가
So allow me to ask first,
내게 이 장면은 결코
as this
낯설지
sight is all
않니.
too familiar to my eyes.
내 혹여
I wish to hear
오해를
your
하고 있는
opinion on
것은
my
아닌지
conjecture, in case I am
견해
found to
듣고
be
싶소.
incorrect.
이 실험
This is an experiment
사람을
on the subject of
주제로 하고
humanity,
있지 않은가?
is it not?
파우스트에 의하면 이 실험
Faust explains that the purpose of this experiment is to use the energy stored within the golden stick
모든
to
가능성을
utilize
충분히
every strand of possibility, but is one of many experiments made possible using the golden stick's powers.
인간을
To be more
탄생시키는
precise,
실험?
it is an experiment
모종의
to
인간을
birth a
만들어내는
human.
실험이라고 합니다.
It is an experiment to create a certain kind of human.
또한 가능성의 폭을
If we
조금
were
더
to cast a
넓혀보자면
wider net to
이
possibilities,
지하실은
it can be assumed
동력을
that this
가동하는
basement
시작
is
장소에
merely an
불과하며
engine room where the power source is
이
activated,
자택 자체가 하나의 거대한 실험실이
and
되었다고도
that
볼
the
수
entire
있겠군요.
manor itself has become a laboratory of its own. Sometimes Faust looks like she's pausing to look at something before speaking.
이상 씨는 어떤 게 낯이 익다고
Does
생각하시는
any of
건가요?
this resemble what you've seen before, Yi-sang?
생각이 아니라
Resemble?
보이고 있어.
Nay. They lie plainly before me.
내가 직접 설계하고
The machines of my very
연구했던
own design.
장치들이
My very research.
그것은 결코
This is
이런 식으로 쓰이길
not
바라고
what I
연구한
hoped
것들이
my
아니오.
research would be used for.
사람을
Not for
쓰고
such hideous purposes, not to
만들고
exploit humans,
그런
not to produce
해괴한 것을
them.
위함이 아니었소.
Faust, you can't just read the great big teleprompter in the sky, that's cheating! She's panicking, and then some other Faust in the chat is like, say this, say this!
얼굴이 많이 창백한데요.
You're turning pale.
그저
The fact that your research is being
본인의 연구가 이렇게 쓰이고
misused
있다는
isn't the only problem, is
문제인 게
it?
아닌 거네요.
Oh,
두려운
there's
사실이
something
있는
that you
건가요?
fear, Yi-sang?
이상 씨.
내가 두려워하는 것은
What I fear.
비록 내가 일부
Though parts of these
설계하였다고는
machines
하나
are my design,
그 당시
none of these
내 벗들의 조력
Nay,
없이는
I
결코
could
이루지
not
못했을.
have without the assistance from my fellows.
결코.
Not without. Yi-sang falls silent, unable to finish his sentence. He faces forward. That man is one of his former mates.
나를 일찍이 알아보지
You have to
않았는가?
recognize me. You have recognized me long ago, have you not?
무어라 말이라도 해보시게.
Do not stand there in silence. Utter aught to me.
반갑다는 말도 그렇지
Ah,
않다는
what better
말도.
response is there
잘
for you
지내냐는
than my
말도.
utter silence?
모두 어색하게 그지없어.
When the customary
그러니
greetings, words of
침묵만큼 괜찮은
antagonism,
답은 없겠지.
and inquiries of your well-being all feel so inappropriate.
그대가 그
This
시절
is no different
침묵을
from how you
가까이
always
했듯이.
remained a close
그렇지?
fellow in silence then, no?
이 광경들을 보고도
If you can speak so
그리 태연하게
placidly,
말할 수 있는 것이라면
surrounded betwixt these abominable horrors,
그대는 이미
then
이
you
모든
must have
장면들을
always been a part of this.
일찍이 보아오고 있었나 아세야.
Asaya.
뭐
온전히 내 결심으로만
Well,
비롯된 일은 아니었네.
It was not my sole volition.
자네도 알지 않나?
You must
내가
already
이
know
정도의
that
야망이
I
있는
am not
그릇까지는
one of such
아니었다는
grandiose ambition.
이봐, 함부로 얼굴을 드러내면
Hey, you shouldn't reveal yourself. Just like
이미 다 알려진 마다.
they're already aware
뭘
of who we
그렇게
are.
숨기기
To
급급하나?
hurriedly hide in the
Sure.
shadows when the light has already shined upon us is unsightly cowardice. Yeah, we are a wee bit off book at this point, but as far as I know, with the Wuthering Heights mansion didn't change shape, and Kathy lived a bit longer than this.
당신은 이전부터 정말
We are
지긋지긋하고
getting tired of playing
이번엔
by your
기필코
whims.
그분들에게
We will
낱낱이
make sure
보고를.
that they will hear of everything that has happened.
그분들이라.
Oh, they.
제
Interesting. Who
도슨트들을
might they
말하는
be?
건가? 아니면 마에스트로?
Docents or maestros?
무슨 말을 하는 거야, 루슈?
What are you talking about, Ryoshu? They're...
분명 말했지.
Didn't I say there was something off about them? So they're syndicate. Pinky, I assume? I remember Ryoshu telling the oath fixers to stop. That there was something off about them. Then
저것들
they're not from Oath.
외우피가 허접한 흉내를
They're
내는
nothing but cheap
모조품들이지.
imitations. So she's going maestros and stuff. That sounds like Pinky. Pinky's all about the art in it.
중앙본부에서
Which explains why they can make fabulous cosplay.
언제나 하는 일이지만 항상 꼼꼼하게 하라고. 최선을 다할 거라고.
물론
So Kathy's whole funeral was fake.
네, 잘 들어갔네요.
Because if these guys are fake,
크게 의미 있는 사건입니다.
then the whole thing was fake. Because these were the guys that brought like the authenticity to it. But if they're fake, and the rabbit's fake, who's bloody real? Is Hindley fake? And the butler's fake. Nelly better not be fake.
방식은 적합하지
I love Nelly. We can't have Nelly being fake.
생각해봐. 어쩌면 의도적으로
Are you
내
fake,
부분을
chat?
건드렸을지도 몰라.
I hope you're not. I hope I haven't been
멍청이가
just
모르고 저러겠어?
imagining messages this whole time. That would be a little bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? I've just been streaming to no one for apparently 33 years now. And I've just been making maybe you're not real. How did you figure out they were fake? No! I am insane! Nah, the syndicate is really into lore. Helps when you break laws to know what they are. True. The chat is George R. R. Martin. So is that how he's like? Don't you remember, Brady? This whole chat is just Moon Girl Zero Origins. Oh my god! There's so many things this chat is. You're both fake, George R. R. Martin, a prequel of my book. How am I to keep track of you guys?
다들 평소보다 의욕적이야. 이런 분위기는 흔치 않아서 설레이네.
And Bread Gaming, your AI? Oh my god.
뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
정작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
Are any of you outer beings from another? We're more meta than a Deadpool film. You are. Are any of you strange outer beings? Raise your hand if you're an outer god. You have to tell me if you're an outer god. If I ask you, you're an outer god. That's the rules.
대단한 일이라도 하신 거겠죠?
Winds of Winter is never releasing because we are here watching your stream. Yes, I will torture the Game of Thrones people more by making you watch more.
길을 남겼군.
Oh, that looks.
빗물진 길일
That's all the
뿐이지만
things.
세월이 지나면
I wanna play with my team a little bit. Can I make a PP team? Gotta be honest, I saw your stream on YouTube, so my brain told me I have to ask if you need some support. I think that's lovely. If you see a stream and you're like, hey, I wonder if that user needs some help, and that's your first thought, that's a lovely first thought, you know? It's a great way to be like get introduced to people. Can I make a pew pew team?
앞장서시오.
I don't have No, I can't really. I need to get me a Solemn Lament Yi-sang. I need it in my life. Good luck on Canto 6 budget. Thank you. We're doing okay so far. It's very exciting. Oh, look at this stage. Also, I don't think I've read this guy's stuff. Red things seeped from what resembled a rock. Its nature could not be determined. It very well could be veins, muscle tissue, or aught else that carries blood. Thus, the most ideal nomenclature for the fluid for the moment would be red things. With its every movement, the 4 smaller rocks held by the red things wavered precariously. It rolls its eyeball still, yet naught seems to be enough to stir it. It refuses to even ram us with its body. Instead, it merely swings what's in its grasp. Though it oft lashes with 2 or so of what it's grasped, it swings all 4 rocks at once from time to time. As those numbers must originate from its own conscious decisions, I consider this to be a living being. In other words, I am, in turn, alive as well still. I merely find it regrettable that the rock is no longer levitating. It is quite miraculous that such a thin thing can yet endure the weight of such a heavy boulder. Yet, as it is attached to the earth, it is self-evident truth that it can no longer be said to be in a state of levitation. What has once levitated, though bereft of wings, has fallen to the earth. Thanks, Yisa. How's Ryan? Fun fact. Next WP has Ryosha with a... Yes! It has Ryosha with guns. I believe it has a Mersault with a shotgun too. But I already have a Mersault with a gun. / sword / gun. And the rock hither to tither, fettered to the swaying red thing, with no freedom to call its own. Though its form has changed, its nature remains that it is a lazy living being. Yet it may also be said that such staunch resilience to change may itself be a form of acidity. What changes is slothfulness, yet what changes it not is diligence. What sophistry. Such is all I have to say. IDKWTHHTA. Come on, mate. Even the incomprehensible lass can't understand what the hell you're talking about. Write plainly for once, yeah? I can't believe this record was composed in quite the lucidant incontrovertibility. Lucro incontro. Come on, Yisang, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? I have naught else to say. No wonder I couldn't read it. Yisang was using big words just to fuck with everyone. Thanks, Yisang. Righto, I think I've read everything for everyone else, so proceed to beat them up. I've read the law now. You may piss on them now. We shall pee on them now. Pee enter, let's go. I really do look possessed when I'm drinking my tea. And that is about, you know, it's good. Yisang, clearly you don't own a dictionary. Yisang, I have the internet, but I can't be arsed searching up every word I don't know. We have a stream to do.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋아서 기록적인 피해량인 것 같다.
팍팍.
목을 콱 물어버리자.
시비스럽게 명한다. 이 앞에 숨쉬는 자
훌륭하군요.
누구 하나 살려보내지 마라. 지 목을 떨궈주마.
It is very, very cool. I think that's one of the things I love about reading the logs is how easy it is to tell who is writing. A single sentence, and like I said, you know exactly who it is. Obviously, Ryoshu's very
위야. 막아내지 못해.
obvious.
목을 떨궈주마.
Hungry will like to be the one quite. Yeah.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
완전히
And then-
등수만 이제 제대로 움직이진 못할 거야.
Obviously, if it gets really fluffy, it's gonna be. Oh, that's good. Rogers is kind of surprising.
맞아.
목이 떨어질 수밖에.
이제야 회사가
I don't know.
정상으로
It's just
돌아갔네.
very good. The characterization of each sinner is so well done. They're all. You could say some of them have like similarities, but you know, people have similarities.
언젠가 우리도
But they have enough differences to still differentiate them. It's so good. Because like I find like Ishmael and Altus are very similar, but they're still method of talk like
설마 소유권을
their
벌써 봤은 거야?
dialect,
말도 안 돼.
speech flavor is
약속이랑
different.
다르잖아.
They're a close speech flavor, but not the same speech flavor. You are a very similar person to whom? People be similar to people.
사냥감인가?
I probably have
몸.
personality doppelgangers out there. But I imagine we still differentiate and have different speech flavors.
언제나 그랬듯이.
I swear English is my first language. Blackcurrant squash and apple blackcurrant squash. Yes, that is like the difference between the speech flavors. Yes. I feel like Ishmael is the
아까
apple
어떤 직원이
with the apple.
제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야.
And Altus
잠깐.
currently is just blackcurrant squash, but
왜
maybe when we
부서팀장을 안
learn
달아줬지?
more about Altus, maybe Altus will be blackcurrant and strawberry. We don't know.
어느 쪽일지 잘
Maybe they'll be like mixed berry by the end.
거저
We
이
don't know.
정도 탕류의 허덕이나 저 해충들을
We're just getting Ryoshu's Canto.
알겠지만
성과는 사요.
We only have like Altus,
제압
Merkel,
개체에
and
안정적인
푸름을
공격이야.
틔울 수도
잘했어.
없겠구나.
티페리트.
Faust. Obviously,
당연한 거란
black.
것 가지고 굳이 칭찬할 필요 없어.
It's very exciting. Like Scottish and Klingon. Yeah.
잠시 어지러웠어.
Similar but different.
뭐
I have no idea.
대단한 일이라고.
I also couldn't tell you what like the OG Scottish language might have been. There's gotta be one, isn't there?
의욕적이야.
Like Gaelic, I think is the Welsh one. Or is that the Scottish one?
쓸데없이 흥분한 걸 수도
Or is that the
있지.
Irish
이
one?
정도 탕류의
나쁜 건 아니기도
허덕이나
하고.
도끼를 본다.
I don't know. But yeah, whatever the original Scottish language is. Whatever the original Scottish language is Klingon.
길을 열어라.
Wow.
틔울 수도
Big attack.
없겠구나.
We love the team attacks.
바람 불어오는 대로 짓밟아.
Last one's a Faust from Dante. Ah, yes, yes.
그렇게
Is it Mercer or Altus
목이
first?
떨어질 수밖에.
자, 시비수에게
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Ryoshu,
누구 하나 살려보내지
Mercer,
마.
Altus, Faust, Dante. I'm not looking. No, I am looking forward to, but I'm not looking forward to. If you know what I mean.
이제 깨우치시게.
I think one thing I appreciate about this fandom and this game is how little spoilers I've come across for things.
너희들도 고생 많았어.
Because I'm very excited about Ryoshu's. Again, Ryoshu's is like, haha, I read the story.
모든 게 끝날 때가
So that'll
오면
be
좋겠네.
fun.
오늘
I want to
부끄럽지
see how big is Mersault's
의를 다뤄
story. I should
세우는
try
데
read
일조하였으니
Mersault's
내일은
before we get there.
더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
I have so many things to read though.
사냥감인가? 몸이
Maybe I can find a read through on YouTube. That's kind of how I've read through a lot of them. I think the oldest language we know of from what is it now, Scotland, is Pictish, and they like to draw snakes and patterns on stones. And it may have been developing a written language when Pictish died out. No, it'll be Pig. It will be. As someone who's read through Albert Camus's stuff, looking forward bigly to Canto 10. Wonderful. You were to be sacrificed for the ritual in this laboratory. You should never have been down here.
우리의 계획을
You are ruining our plans. Who sent you down here?
일기장
이러고
Well, I
대답하면
don't know if you
믿어주려나?
guys will believe what we've got to say, but it was the diary.
멈추시오.
Asaya,
Asaya.
please stop.
왜?
Why do the faces of
그립다고
those
생각했던
I
얼굴들.
once longed to see
항상 예상치 못하는
appear
순간에
at such
찾아와
unexpected
먼저
times
다름질을 치는
and
것인지
depart in such a hurry?
알지 않는가?
Do you remember? Do you not? Thank you for following, Bread Gaming! Appreciate it. I hate that every time... I know that was done ages ago, but I may have like just not noticed. Yeah, it was like 21 minutes ago. And I have a hydrate to deal with. My apologies for not noticing. Hydrated! I'm getting triggered on the words "do you remember" because of space, like stars and time.
나는 주먹 다짐엔 영 젬병이었다는
I
거.
never had any talent for
뭐
fisticuffs. Well,
자네처럼
perhaps I
거울을 써볼 수도
may one day
있으려나?
allow myself to use the mirror as you do.
차라리 이곳에
This
자네도
experiment
같이
would have been a
있었다면
tad more
조금
entertaining
더
had you
재미있었을지도
been
몰랐을
here
텐데.
beside me all along.
아쉽게는 생각하지 말게.
Don't be so
예뻐지요.
sorry for the brevity of this
볼
reunion,
수
dear
있을
old
테니.
friend. We'll see one another again in due time. Because of the 21st night of September. Oh yeah, stars and
이만 퇴장하도록 하지.
Regrettably, I
네.
must take my exit.
많은 이의 몫을 맡고
I
있어.
rarely ever
정시
leave work
퇴근을
on
잘 못해.
time, for I wear so many hats. Then quit your job! Then get a better job! One that's not human experimentation would be nice, please. But I feel like that's a pretty standard thing in the city. If you're really good at science, you will be doing some kind of horrific human experimentation at some point. I don't know if you can avoid it if you want to be like, if you want to get into science. Or like, well-paid science in the city. Human experimentation is just gonna happen,
피해량인 것 같다.
whether you like it or not. Gotta swallow them morals if you want to make it big in science.
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
I mean, I guess you could just murder animals instead, like K-Corp. But then K-Corp was like paying for the murder of other people so it could make some weird monster cry. Even outside the city, yeah.
뭐또 대단한
Just
일이라도
gotta get
하시는
rid of that
분이
morals if you want to live.
물론
Hi, JC Spirit. Oh, cool. You got up to the basement. Down to the basement, you mean? So, what part of Wuthering Heights is this an adaptation of? This is the part
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
사실은 그렇게 대단한
where?
일도 아니에요. 혹시 칭찬을 바랐다면
No, I can't even bullshit a bit.
마이코트를 부르는 편이 나았을 거예요.
So, this is the part where they try to fix Joseph's accent and then have to do science experiments on him to figure out how to fix it. Because otherwise, he's so incomprehensible. And that's how they get revenge on Joseph for being an awful, awful person. Like everyone else in Wuthering Heights. Everyone's awful. You're awful and you're awful. And we did our very best to make Kathy Jr. not awful, but she turned out awful anyway. It is absolutely more book accurate than the movie. I mean, Heathcliff's a person girl for one.
이렇게 할 수 있으면
Kathy's dead,
지금
but is gonna
굳이
potentially come back, which kind of is like, if we're not getting baby Kathy, then I suppose we can get just Kathy again. Fair enough, that makes some sense.
토끼를 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Heathcliff left, come back with
이제
a company job, maybe not magically rich like he does in the book,
틔울 수도 없겠구나.
but also they know Daddy Earnshaw existed. That's more book accurate than the book. Hinley exists. That's more book accurate than the movie. Hello Snow, if you could
언젠가 우리도
please
모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네.
do
그때가 되면 휴식을 기다리며
words.
고양이 노래를
Sorry.
부르고 있겠지.
If you could keep chatting in the chat to English, that would be lovely because my we need to be able to mod and keep everyone safe. So we gotta keep things in English. But I will Google Translate this just for fun.
키를 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면
I want to know
홍어는
what I
그제야
want to
알게
say
되겠지.
is what Google thinks you just said, but I don't know if that's true.
무얼 바꾸었는지를.
Let's go. Imitations.
내 명을 들은
More
시비수.
plot. More plot.
결집이다.
More plot. I would like plot. I need some answers. I don't want fighting. Just die already. Pointillist researcher of the ring. Oh, it's ring, not Pinky. I thought Pinky was the
저 해충들을
artist, and that's why they could thing it. And that's why Ryoshu found them out, because Ryoshu knows all the things about the fingers.
들어드릴게요.
제압 개체에게 맞는 정상적인 공격이야. 잘했어.
Kathy 2 Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
당연한 걸 한 것 가지고
Kathy 2
칭찬할
Electric
필요
Boogaloo
없어.
was a sweet baby girl for like a hot minute, and then Heathcliff got her hands on it. And Nelly did everything she goddamn could to make sure that girl stayed a sweet girl, and then just could not protect her. Because there was no protecting her from the oppressive force that was Heathcliff at the time. And if anything, that's the biggest thing
이제 제압
of
작업을
this.
하기 더 수월해지겠어.
불가 위야.
기회를 놓치면 바보 같은 짓은 하지 않겠지?
Do I have you set ring sang? I think I do. I haven't like uptied him or anything now, so I do not know much about it. Big yawn. Big yawn, little yawn, cardboard box. Cardboard boxer shorts? No. Brain. Word association. Big yawn hours. Yeah, I've been really sleepy today. I don't know why. Just have been. It's been a low energy brownie day.
잘 됐네.
For no particular reason, because I've not been at work. I have the week off. It's glorious.
짓은 하지 않겠지?
누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
We're gonna go to the zoo at some point. We're gonna go to a museum. We don't have like a holiday book for this week off, but we're gonna do some fun little days out. And it's gonna be great. We did some cleaning today. Had to do some cleaning. Yeah, it's all good. I don't know. Either way, continue to beat up the ring.
지 목을 떨궈주마.
Going to the zoo, to a museum, Bryony? Are you a 10-year-old?
하나 넘고 둘 넘고
The zoo and museums are great. Why would I? What would you expect my days out to be, Benjamin? What would? It's not good weather for going for a nice walk anywhere.
틈을 끊어.
It's been kinda naff. So you go inside dates. Why are we hating on the zoo? Zoos are peak. Zoos are peak bred gaming. Zoos are great, especially when they do so much for like conservation charities and stuff like that. They're really good. Pubs and bars. I don't drink much.
무사히 연명하던 목숨도 오늘로 끝나겠군요.
불가 위야.
Pubs and bars are boring.
막아내지 못하리.
But I'm not that interested in alcohol. Why would I go to distilleries and breweries? I cannot. I want to see a red panda. That's much more interesting than a pub. And elephants.
고작 이 정도
And
탐구에
giraffes.
허덕이나.
And zebras. Did I mention the red panda? And snow leopards. And tree kangaroos. And flamingos! Don't forget the flamingos. I love the flamingos. Fla 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 flamingo. Zoos and museums are radical. I want to see a dead thing that's all the time.
이번
Yes!
끝이야.
너희들도 고생
I love
많았어.
some education in my dates. We love it.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날
Some
때가
people
오면
just want to eat.
좋겠네.
I mean, eating out is part of it too. I'm gonna be going to lunch and stuff in between these. Look, I can't go and feed the gorillas crackers at a pub now, can I? Exactly. Big lizard bones, yes. Or even better, a actual real life Komodo dragon. That is very cool too. Mirsho stops one of the fleeing enemies with a swift swing of her scabbard.
내 놈들이 평소 무슨 예술을 하던 알바.
Oh lord, the hydrates are coming in. 1 minute. Okay, I'm not drowned. Continue. I normally couldn't give less of a crap about what kind of art the ring makes.
이번 작품은 조금
This
흥미가
one,
가서 말이야.
I find this one quite interesting.
외우피 흉내를 내는
The ring playing
약지놈들이라.
it being oif.
팝아트가 테마인가?
What is this? Some kind of pop art?
이자들이 약지
That-
수속이라고?
The ring? What's the ring? The middle's neighbor or something?
이웃.
Neighbor. I don't really know
나도
much
잘은
about
모르는데
them. What I
단순
know is
정신
that
나간
they
조직이야.
are all
그냥
at least
아름다운 거 하면
halfway
사족을 못
insane.
쓰는 애들이라고.
Obsessed with what's beautiful and all that.
자기들끼리 갤러리를
They run their
운영해서
own gallery and
자기만의
display their
작품을
own art.
전시한다곤 하지만
But none of their work is quite
무엇도
to
내
my
취향은
taste.
아니야.
It's for you.
불쌍하군.
Do not understand the true
정력파의 미학을
philosophical beauty of
이해하지 못하다니.
pointillism.
마에스트로가 관여되어 있나?
There's a maestro involved in
어디 있지?
this. Where are they?
그분이
A maestro wouldn't
이런
bother to
곳에
be in a
계실
place
리가
like this,
있나?
would they? Besides,
이미
we're not even
우리는-
part of the ring anymore.
그럼 뭔데?
Then what are you? You think I'd tell you? So easy. Heathcliff tore the man's head clean off with a full swing of his club. You mean his bat, right? That's a bat, not a club. I also love the baseball swinging sound. That was lovely. The ring is the only one that actually compete with the index for weird insanity. Ooh, fun. None of this chaos mattered with him. Well done, Heathcliff. Well done. Only the coffin he was walking toward mattered. Heathcliff is a wee bit angry. His soulmate is in a coffin. That's not too surprised. Bat or club? Porque los dos. True. No! Stop ending it! Can we not just have a really long cutscene? Why do I have to keep clicking buttons and fighting things? I just want to have plot. Give me plot. Give me plot. Give me plot. Give me. Ah!
몸이
Heathcliff!
재미있어질 참에.
It was just starting to get interesting. What are you going to do, Heathcliff?
당연하잖아.
Obvious, innit?
실을 꺼낼
I'm gonna get
거야.
Kathy out of there.
석화인지 실험
Out of that
장치인지 모를 기계
experiment
속에서
pod, a machine, a coffin, whatever it is. Counterpoint. More cutscenes / nodes. But counterpoint. What? But what about
여기 실험관에
What
있는
about
사람들은
all those
어떡할
people?
거냐는
My glass
헛소리가
pots?
나한테 들어먹힐 거라고
I don't think you can
생각하지
stop me,
마라.
even with your meaningless pleas.
내가 어떻게
You already know
되어먹은
what
놈인지
artless
그리고
bastard I
얼마나
am.
참았을지
You
이쯤
know how
되면
much I've been waiting for
알만하잖아.
this moment.
히스클리프,
Heathcliff,
잠시만요.
what? Wait, give us
잘
some
찾아보면
time. There
동료를
has to be a
멈출 수
way
있는
to shut
방법이 있을 거예요.
down the power supply.
그런 다음에 이 관에 달린 황금
Then
가지를
we'll
습득한
pick up
후에
the golden stick from this coffin. Then
설명하려
Joe!
들지 마!
don't lecture me. Don't even try. Do you even think you can change my mind? Ishmael, puppy dog Ishmael eyes. I'm like, oh no, I got yelled at. Maybe this is the time to beat the sense back into him, like we discussed earlier on the bus. That was when. I knew it. You're all nothing but a band of thieves, eh? Coming to pilfer my home.
힌들리 씨,
Mr. Hindley,
당신
you!
개들의 미치들한테
What
무슨 짓을
order did you
시키고
give the
다니는
dead
거예요?
rabbits?
형님,
Boss,
지금까지 어디 있었어?
Where have you been this whole
대들의 비추들이
time?
어떤 꼬라지로
Do you have any
돌아다니는 줄 알아?
idea what state the dead rabbits are in?
심지어 이상한 말도 들었어.
Not to mention the rumor I
대들의
heard.
비추들이 오래전에
I said the dead rabbits were long. Oh, Heathcliff, take it easy, lads. Damn, Heathcliff, I was only trying to I was only totally calm and centered for my Canto. Why are you angry? It is absolutely no fun on the other side of the obsession fence. Ishmael just seen a mirror right there.
이건 내 집이었어.
This was my home! Damn it!
거의 다 이긴 게임이야.
I nearly had that game.
망할
It was
새끼가
mine!
갑자기
Through the
컴퓨터에
bloody bastard had gotten that card!
하지만 힌들리 씨,
But Mr. Hindley,
이런 문제는 좀더
you did advise that such problems require deeper consideration.
인생이
When everything suddenly starts going wrong in your life,
분명 그 원인이 어딘가에
the cause has got to be lurking somewhere, hiding out of your sight. Right. I've given it some thought. I've given it some thought. So when or where everything went wrong. Gambled. It's on point for the book that Hindley just gambled away the entire mansion. I don't know, I can't remember specifically, but I think that's... No, Heathcliff bought Wuthering Heights from him to pay off his... So he'd pay off some of Hindley's gambling debts and then bought the mansion off him. Now I see it now. The cause of all this misery. It's somehow Heathcliff's fault, isn't it? Because that thing. That everything went wrong. Heathcliff, I assume. That day. That one bloody windy winter night. When some low-life vagrant child arrived at my home before my eyes with the broken pieces of my violin. That's when everything went wrong. He should have died that day. It's come to frostbite all along. In some colourless backstreet shithole. Known as Liverpool.
인정하세요, 힌들리 씨.
Calm yourself, Mr. Hindley.
과들도 별로 없는
I gotta tell you that I'm running rather low on manpower. There's no need to waste our strength against them. No! I can handle them! I'll have you know that I've gone through several augmentation procedures. I was sent to a boarding school by your father, where you learned how to fight. Hindley glared at Matthew with a look of reproach for a moment, as though he was about to lash out at him for cutting his sentence short, and scoffed. It's all Heathcliff. Just like everything in the prequad was Ishmael's fault, everything in Wuthering Heights is Heathcliff's fault. I was once the master of this manor. Not like you low-life hooligans who crawled in here looking to retrieve what does not belong to you. Always blame Ishmael. If that fails, always blame Heathcliff. Stay out of my way, then. I gotta kill that mangy dog. I should have killed him when I had the chance. Ah! All right, Inley. Bring it on, Hindley. He is very unhindly. That was bad. Nope. Nope. Don't like that one. Although unhingedly should work to some degree, I believe. GG on that. It's gotta be a way to do it. Damn, you win rated so fast. I am a master of win rate now. I now know that I can literally press P and enter just like the good old Ruiner days. And I am so I say that, I never used P enter in Ruiner at all, so that's a lie that I'm practiced because of Ruiner days. But Limbus has gotten me used to it, that much is for sure.
목을 떨쳐주마.
잘 생각해보라고.
넌
당연한 걸 한
키울
것
수도
가지고
없겠고.
칭찬할 필요 없어.
Have we got some? Obviously, we always have some bad fights. How many hard fights have we got in this?
이거는 충분해. 너한테
Is Hinley one of them?
알겠지만
Yeah, I've heard that in future Cantos I might actually have to engage my brain. But I don't want I didn't use win rate at all, really.
너한테 지금 알겠지만 제압 효과가 굉장히 좋아서
No comment on if they're hard. How dare you
전격발.
not give me the spoils that I asked? Want to know if anything about are you want to know anything? No, don't tell me too much. I probably shouldn't ask, to be honest. Engage brain? I thought you were already engaged. I am engaged! But my brain, but it's not. It's a very complicated question now you say it. Yes, spoilers are bad. Canto 7 is the actual hard one. Canto 6 is the first Canto that simply win rating will not save you, though, depending on the ADs. Yeah, I feel like because I'm coming into this a bit late, I do have the
티페리트 너도
power creep advantage.
언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면
If you look at the node counter to see how many nodes there are left,
그 외에 임무를 성공적으로 100번만 수행하면 죽음?
there are
설마
that many
수행권을
difficult
벌써 다 쓴 거야?
encounters.
말도 안 돼. 이건
Many.
약속이랑 다르잖아. 이런 임무는 뱀
Many.
중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Plop, 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 plop.
딱히 할 말은 없네요.
불가
할 수
위야.
있다.
But until I have to, win rate. You have some very strong ideas, yeah. Maybe Lord Honglu will win rate team through this. My problem is when it comes to the dungeon, it's going to make me use Heathcliff. I do not have Heisho Heathcliff to use with Honglu. And in fact, it might even be better if I swap Honglu back to being full stop Honglu to work with my full stop Heathcliff.
오늘은
Much like Runa,
재기
they're going to start adding more and more mechanics to make fights difficult. I know.
목을
It
콱
wouldn't
물어버리자고.
be one of their games if they didn't. A Project Moon game if they didn't.
물넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
And honestly, I would be a little disappointed if I didn't have any fights that I think. You have Zoo plus Thumb Mercil. Yes. That's exactly what I have. I like saying it as ninjas and their capo mascots. Hello, Nameless! Got into breeding cats and forgot about the stream. Meowgenics, I assume. I've heard good things.
적 개체의 상태가 좋지
목을
않네요.
콱 물어버리자고.
이
상황은 좋아지겠어요.
누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
But we got to the basement.
투성이네.
We seen the Cappy pod.
이거는 충분해.
Yeah,
너한테
it's also going to put it. Yee.
알겠지만
뱀으로 꿰뚫어라.
Wuthering Heights would be notably shorter if Heathcliff came to the mansion with anti-material sniper rounds. No, it wouldn't, is the thing. Because when Heathcliff comes back and he's full revenge mode, just murdering people won't cut it. He needs to make them miserable first. So he wouldn't use the sniper rounds. Honestly, Limbus demands much less in terms of reading comprehension and piloting skills than Runa. It's just that if you don't have enough IDs, you get screwed up real bad later. Yeah, I need to grind more so I can shard more. It's my fault for not grinding. If I grinded like decently, then I would have a lot more stuff. But wait, look at that! Hindley's on the. I didn't even notice. Oh, there he is! Hi, Hindley. Bye, Hindley.
제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어.
Everyone beat on Hindley. Yeah. I went into Canto 6 with only 7 with only 6 usable IDs and got my ass kicked. Yeah.
제압 개체의 한
Hindley.
번은 피해량이야. 잠깐,
Wuthering
진짜?
Heights
왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
is a trait keyword. Damn plebs. I'll remove you. Make things right again. Make Wuthering Heights great again. Get crushed. Body augments. Fascinating. I love looking at that stuff. It's so much fun. Henley does have mucho HP, but look at that HP just disappear. Oh wait, that wasn't Henley. Oh lord. That's not enough to get him to a stagger? God damn. Henley versus H seems unfair. He deserves it though!
놀랐어?
Henley deserves all the punishment. I feel no sympathy for this man.
뭐야 이 수치는?
받아볼
아까
텐가.
어떤 직원이
Remember
제
that
앞에
Dante
제
note
한번에
about
피해량이야.
knowing how to
잠깐.
fight? This is why.
진짜? 왜 부서팀장을 안 달아줬지?
Oh, Henley's staggered. Henley's nearly dead. But that won't be the end of Henley. Is it not Resident Evil rules where they have to turn into some monster before we can kill
이제야
them?
회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네.
One thing
이번
Limbus
제약은
and Resident
끝이야.
Evil have in common, people
너희들도
tend to
고생
turn
많았어.
into gruesome
특별히
monsters
트,
before we murder them.
언젠가 우리도
Not
모든 게 끝날
always,
때가
but
오면
more than
좋겠네.
you'd think.
그때가 되면
Shite. What did I tell you, Mr. Henley? Again and again. Beware the obsidian grass. I did also have a thought. With T-Corp, Time, and Rabbits. He's late. He's late for a very important date. It feels very Alice in Wonderland. I know I was saying that maybe Kathy is doing double duty as two characters, and maybe one of us is the monster Frankenstein, but maybe one of them's Alice too. Or I'm wrong with the Frankenstein, and it's actually Alice, because we got some rabbits. Alice! Maybe! That's what I'm thinking. I mean, look, we've got a rabbit with a pocket watch. If this was a white rabbit instead of a black rabbit, what would we be saying right now? You. Wait, wasn't the dead rabbit's boss supposed to be working for Henley? So why? Why does he look like he's provoking Henley to fight us? Why is he trying to rile him up? And what's this about obsidian grass?
모르겠어?
Don't you get it?
검은색 클로버를 말하는 거야.
He's talking about black clovers.
포커의
Black
카드.
clover.
클로버 카드 모양 거 색깔 말이야.
So, like playing cards for poker. The shape and the color. Nobody likes Henley, not even the people Henley hires. Yes. Henley does not deserve love.
부끄럽지 않았습니다.
Henley is the
의를 다룰 사람들을
worst.
좋아했으니 내일은 더 떳떳이
Violet.
살아갈 수 있겠군요.
How dare he not be a violent? Yeah, okay. Continue! I love that they named the chapter in the Canto where everything goes wrong, where it all went wrong. Yeah, because we know. Heathcliff must participate. Nuggets. Here we go. Can I use to support Heathcliff? I can! You all wanted me to use Wild Hunt Heathcliff, so I'll do it. Gregor, you're out. Heathcliff, you're in.
이 소리는 폭풍인가? 마치 개설이 울부짖는 것 같군.
Chicken Heathcliff, though. That's a good point. But Chicken Heathcliff. Chicken Heathcliff it is.
내 명을 들은 시비.
He fits with the team better, okay? Chicken.
검은색 불.
KF Heathcliff. The obsidian crest. Damn it, I see now.
너야.
It was you all along.
이것 또한 너였어. 아니.
No,
언제나 그랬어.
it was always like this.
내 주변에는
I was surrounded by this opportunistic, backstabbing fucks who only goals to suck my fortune. I would use Heathcliff, like, I don't want to use Wild Hunt Heathcliff until I, like, understand where it appears in the story. Because I feel like those lines are for people who know more than I do. I don't know. I'm just a bit wary of using the bad end IDs when I don't know enough about the Canto yet.
내가 설 자리는
There was never a place for me. Not even here. In this vast manor of Wuthering Heights. Why? It's that bloody vagabond who invaded our home. Why should I be subject to such... Who's that? Henipian's flailing his arms at nothing, then speaks into the void. Hi, Carmen! She's here! You know, I thought it was odd when the Wild Hunt showed up in the new Wuthering Heights movie, but I get it. Keep Heathcliff alive. I'll do my best. Yeah, I want to understand how he's relevant to the Canto before I use him. Yes. Exactly. All I wanted was a small fancy violin. That's all it was, but he tossed me to the mud pits in the rain like I was a rabid dog too. I remember every single word my father told me. Of course I do! I can even recite it from the top of my head. He's distorting. Hindley! I regret that I cannot bring myself to consider a reprobate like you my own child. That boy, Heathcliff, is more like my son than you shall ever be! All those who found themselves at the edge of suffering, as my old fellow Dong Rang had, muttered aught to themselves as though they were conversing with an invisible partner. Then, Mersault, can you stop this like you did last time? It is impossible. I am attempting to approach him, yet I feel an equal force pushing me in the opposite direction. Sorry, I just remembered last time we were near someone distorting and Mersault was like, can't distort if you're unconscious, motherfucker. But no, I'm sorry, we can't have Mersault do this. Plot force field engaged. Unlike the case of the monolith, this is a distortion occurring as it normally should. Faust explains that such distortions occur as though it has been ordained by fate itself. Once the sequence has started, it cannot be stopped without strong will from the subject of distortion. A distortion best, let's go, I choose you! Then yes, he will distort. Carmen put in Mersault countermeasures this time. Yep. Yes. Yes, of course. I have no reason to protect Wuthering Heights anymore. Not a single one. This place that never once welcomed me. This home. Can't you see? Wuthering Heights is rotting away. The sickening, rotting stench that penetrates your nostrils. Gah! Can't you feel it? This rot! You... This isn't much of a surprise, is it? It has abandoned so much hate. It has absorbed so much hatred over the years. Even Catherine must have hated me as she expired. So, Wuthering Heights. This decaying manor must crumble! It is simply as it should be. He's a werewolf! Woof woof, it's Hindley. Furry spotted, limited to fur, yes!
너희는 잘해낼 거야.
The problem is that wasn't Carmen's doing last time. The joke undersells Carmen. It do. Right, what we got? Hindley the Revered Lamenter. I never had a moment of contentment as long as I was here at the manor, but at least I lived like a human being when Mr. Earnshaw was alive. Even then, Hindley was always looking for a chance to torture me, but Mr. Earnshaw would always raise his cane and drag Hindley to his room. Right, Mr. Earnshaw favoured me. I had his affection. The same affection that would have gone to Hindley had I not been there. I was still a poor child with nothing to my name, but to this bastard that affection was what mattered most. Expensive augmentation procedures, his inheritance, all the butlers who were to be at his service. None of that mattered more than his father's love. Lament? You skag up scale. Hello, Miss Lady Miko. Welcome. I knew that. Even as a boy, I had a knack for sussing out these things. So when Hindley would provoke me with my relationship to Catherine, I always shot back at him using his craving for his father's love. That was the only way I could deny the truth that, at least in this manner, I was beneath him. It must have been around when he started blaming me for every single one of his misfortunes. The fact that he never got that violin. The fact that his father stopped receiving his morning greetings. Perhaps even when he lost the manor to gambling. When he learned Catherine left nothing for him in her will. He might have still blamed me. Right. Maybe he did. I thought something was off when he started talking so boldly at me. Never even realising what a mess he'd become. Now looks like the blighter's just walking himself into hell. Making himself look large and threatening, swinging his claws about with abandon. But I can see right through the facade. I see a poor abandoned dog, abandoned by Earnshaw, cast out from Wuthering Heights. A part of me just thinks he's pathetic, but I also feel a bit of pity. All that musing to say nothing. In the end, let's put him out of his misery. Let's put the dog down! I'll remove you, bloody bastard. God. Oh, he's got lots of condition and mets here. I don't know what he is weak or resistant to yet. End of turn, if in panic, result to 0. Fixed panic. This unit's panic type does not change when inflicted with... I can in fact read. Whether I comprehend is another question, but I do at least read. Type does not change when inflicted. When infected. HP does not drop below 40 for turn 1. Gains new pattern. After recovery from stagger and after clash win, deal 10% of the damage on hit with wrath bonus. On kill. Oh. So I need to make hopefully no one to die. That would be lovely. Okay, well, go. No thoughts. Some thoughts. She's reading. She's not reading. She's narrating the text on screen out of habit. Shut up, you.
그대로만 해주신다면 오늘은 준비가
What am I doing? My best. Heath has a special status. I'll have a look in a minute. As we go for our ninjas and their pet mob boss.
꺾고 제쳐라.
What's that? What's that mind? Caw! It's Heathcliff! As someone who has beaten Canto 9 and does MBE 50 for the giggles, I still can't comprehend sometimes. Yeah! I'm glad it's not just me! People who are good at this game still can't comprehend this game.
기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
That's fine. We'll all not comprehend together on this wild little literature-inspired ride. Right, Heathy Poo, what's going on with you?
지금까지 경험했던 건
So is this
주어진 일이
bereavement? Oh no. But she might be alive! It's fine! At minus 15 or higher SP, lose 10 SP. When hit, lose 2 SP and gain 1 offensive. So he gets more attack the less sane he gets. Okay, and you don't have anything too exciting yet. So, win rate? When in doubt, win rate? Win rate. Win rate. I rate this a win. I'm nowhere near a win, I shouldn't be saying that. That's how we get to lose. How, Heathcliff? Welcome. We're cooking Hindley's butt, isn't that fun? And you're a chicken. Honey roast Heathcliff. Go run right does to a motherfucker. Yeah, kicks his butt. Oh, so close to a stagger. How's everyone's health? Okay, Heathy's taking a bit of damage. Let's do that. Okay, we've managed to protect, so it's fine. Here you go, little chicken. He's a rooster, not a chicken. Chickens are ladies, roosters are boys. Maybe we should be calling him a cock. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Kikiriki, as Kiara would say, as the Germans would say. He could be a chicken. Chickens beat wolves, right? Chickens beat mangy dogs. Oh yeah, we got him staggered. Nice. Go everyone. Kick his butt more. Butt. Classical kikiriki. If roosters are different from chickens, why do they taste like chickens? Because they are chickens but gendered. But for some reason as people we decided to gender certain animals. Like cows and bulls. We don't call bulls cows, we don't call cows bulls, but they are the same thing. Just gendered differently. Because we're weird as because I think it's just a farmer thing. We didn't do it to pigs though, did we? Pigs are just pigs. Why did we do it to chickens and cows but not pigs? I might do a quick cheeky heal, you know. Cheeky heal. Pigs are sows and pigs. Ah. Give him the kickity kick. Yes. Pigs are pigs because bacon is bacon. Want bull. You want bull milk. That's true. Well, bulls can't make milk, which is the problem. But I didn't know about sows and pigs. So I guess there's different ones. Do we have one for sheep? We got lambs and sheep, but that's babies. Oh no. Oh lordy. Ow. That didn't look good. Hindley, stop. Bad dog. Bad dog. Down. Stop it. Bad dog. Rams? Yeah. Oh! Flashback. Where is Heathcliff?
글쎄.
Having a clue. I was like dozing off in the corner. Like the lazy bum he is. Oh, Heathcliff, where the hell are you? Lady Catherine's finally returned. Chop, chop, come out and bid her welcome like the other servants have. Huh? Heathcliff, oh, what are you sulking for? Have you forgotten? I know exactly what scene this is. Have you forgotten me? Because female chickens and cows provide eggs and milk, so you'll hear them differentiate often. That makes sense, JCPWay. That makes sense. Oh, look at your baby angry boy. He's so small and he's cute and he's so angry. I want to give him a bath. How insolent, Heathcliff. I don't recall ever permitting you to act so disrespectfully before my dear sister. Why are you laughing at me? Huh? Why would you say a thing like that? I never laughed at you. I simply wanted to know why you don't appear very happy to see me. It's been so long since we last met. Oh, God. This scene is 100% book accurate. He's not happy to see you, Catherine, because you fucked off to Linton's for a while, for years. Because your father was like, well, they'll make you a proper lady. Because Heathcliff's a bad influence on you. And Ma, you are so dirty. Dirty? You're right. That's just the way I was born. I like to be dirty. And I'll be dirty as long as I want to be. What are you... Heathcliff? The day when Heathcliff denied me for the first time. I've never seen a prouder smile on my brother than when he watched it happen. Yeah, because when Mr. Earnshaw died, Hindley got in his head. I wonder if Heathcliff, who stormed off to the barn, was weeping. Catherine, you shrew. You dare conspire with your husband to take my home away from me? The only thing my father ever gave me. I did not want the pain from your youth to hold you back from living your life, dear brother. The same pain you wielded like a cudgel to thrash Heathcliff. To hurt me. I will try all I can, so you may recover. Not sure if you have already said, but did you believe in the book theory that Heathcliff was secretly an illegitimate son? It would make some sense. Just because it is a bit random that Earnshaw would randomly bring home this kid. I would believe that as a fan theory. I don't know if I believe it to be canon. I think it's a good theory. But if you would rather choose to abandon every opportunity that was ever given to you, if you would rather walk yourself into that abyss, then be my guess, hatred. So he's panicked now, right? Low moral. Clash win, gain 1 offense level up for next turn. Clash lose, gain a defensive one. Okay. It would make it so much weirder. Yes, because then he'd be related to Catherine. Not that that really mattered when those books, like, for when it was set, because stupidity. Like I said, I like it to not be. Sad music is playing. Yep. As if they wouldn't have got anyone, that's true. Honestly, it played the family drama even further, but somehow I don't think they'd have capitalized, considering where the Gothic writing was in the day. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I don't think. I just, like I said, the only evidence, or at least agreement I can find is that it's a bit weird that Earnshaw picked up this one random kid. But then, Earnshaw's human. He just had a moment of compassion when he saw Heathcliff and was just like, yeah, that one. I will save this one. But then Hindley was like, that's not a violin. I love that that's his reaction. No, everything leading up to this, like, Heathcliff's backstory seems to be pretty one-to-one in the book, which is really good. It's just the Canto itself is cantoing as it do. He's nearly dead. Poor Henley. No, I don't feel sorry for Henley. I don't feel sorry for Henley at all. He didn't have to blame Heathcliff for all his problems. Just like Ahab didn't have to blame Ishmael for all her problems too. I don't feel sorry for people who booze. I know this for certain, that Catherine died because you dared to set foot in our manor, interloper. You are but a wretched devil that never should have come to our home. Well, your father likes me more than he likes you. You might be the one warming yourself by the fireplace now, but I'm the one your father truly cares about. Me, a poor child from the filthy back streets. Oh, poor Heathcliff. He should never have said such a thing. You fucking mutt. Come on, hit me if you wanna. I can take it. What do you think your father will have to say when he sees the wounds you've inflicted on me? His words would turn into thorny roots and bury themselves in my brother's heart as long as he lived. No matter how many times he thrashed Heathcliff to exhaustion, no matter how much time he passed after our father's death, they remained. Yes, that is when Hindley began to believe that Heathcliff was here to take everything he had. Give it back. Took away his puberty, kind of shitting. Give it back. My home, my violin, my future. I don't feel sorry for him. Really don't. Well done, Chicken Heathcliff. And a level up for little old me. Rightio. I do believe we've timed it rather gloriously. But now we have to deal with the bunny rabbit. With Matthew the bunny rabbit. I don't remember a character called Matthew in Wuthering Heights. So, unless that was the doctor's name. That I don't remember. Spoiled rich boy fails to be humiliated. Makes it everyone else's problem. Fails to be humbled. Sorry, misread. Makes it everyone else's problem. Exactly. I have no sympathy for Hindley. I think he's been a fun character. They portrayed everyone very well so far, and all these flashbacks are very, 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 very on point. You can go longer. No work this week. No, but I still have plans. I can't go longer, I promise. I still got lots of plans this week. I might not be going to work this week, but I do have plans. We got so many nice little date days planned. It's great. We're going on adventures. So, for now, I will say thank you so much, everyone, for coming to the day stream. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, everyone in lurk. Thank you, anyone who watches the VOD. I really appreciate you coming and hope you enjoyed the stream no matter which way you decided to enjoy it. If you have not already, and I know some of you have already, so, you know, feel free to ignore me. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Next No Goes Fire. And say, that means we'll have all the time in the world next week. I'm so excited. Well, if you refuse to stream longer, you shall be punished. Ah! Well, I guess that's fair. If you have subscribed to my channel, please go over to Twitch and follow me there. And if you've done that, go to Discord and join the Discord. That would be lovely. It's not the most. It does not pop off too much in the Discord. It's a nice, quiet Discord. You can keep up with it. It's a lot easier to keep up with than a lot of Discords, and I appreciate that. If you've done all that and you would like to support me more, Patreon. I haven't plugged Patreon to you guys for a while. So I've been giving Patreon extra videos every month for the last couple of months. 2 months ago, they got a behind the scenes of VR chat nonsense with the VR chat outfits that I've not long revealed. We went to a few different worlds, had a good time. This month, they got 20 minutes of me playing a game called Genosha, which is a really fun game. And this, I'll tell you what next month's gonna be, since it's nearly next month, so you can decide. I will show the audiobooks. It's me building a Little Prince Lego set. It's so cute, and you should watch it. I also have just finished the second audiobook. They're recording the second audiobook I've ever recorded. So if you search Bridie Rose Smith on Audible, you can find an audiobook I've recorded. So if you've enjoyed listening to me read, then there's another way to listen to me read. I also wrote some books called a superhero series called Moon Girl, which you can check out in basically any retailer. Most online retailers have my book. Again, search Bridie Rose Smith on your online book retailers, and you will find the Moon Girl series. I think that's all of the shilling for now. Thank you so much, Evan, for coming. Thank you for sitting through my shilling. Thank you ever so much for enjoying my stream. I will be back on Sunday for more running around and reading. But until then, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bridie Rose Smith. I'm the Forbidden Library. Goodbye. Where's my end screen? I forgot. Doo-dah, doo-dah. There's my end screen. I forgot. Goodbye, everyone.